Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Today and in this moment, even when we say Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd, even in our hearts it feels greater. We have brothers, your brothers all over the world that sent messages yesterday saying they cannot believe what is happening, crying out of happiness. For 75 years, our mothers and our fathers and our brothers and sisters have been living under the continuous brutal regime of the Zionist machine that knows no morals, no humanity, that looks at the other as subhuman, as less human, as non-human. And that is why they have been doing what they've been doing for so long. But today we recount the words of some of the heroes of this ummah. For example, the words of Imam Arshaad Hassan al-Banna rahimahullah, who sent battalions of mujahideen at the 1947 battles to Palestine from Egypt. At that crucial moment, some of his words was, "The power of the powerful won't last forever, and the weak will not stay weak forever." As Allah Ta'ala says to us in the Quran, وَتِلْكَ الْأَيَّامُ لُدَاوِلُهَا بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. As we've always said to them, موعدنا الصبح, our appointment is in the morning. And as Allah says to us, أليس الصبح بقريب. And that subuh came yesterday morning. A subuh of izzah, a morning of karama. When our brothers and sisters who are preparing, they did not prepare for this a day and a night. Do we think that they could do what they did yesterday and what they are continuing to do as we sit here, preparing for a week or 2 weeks? No, Allah. This they are preparing for years. And part of that preparation is like we are sitting here today. We know Gaza has become synonymous, it has become as a city, a place of the Quran, a place of the connection to Allah Ta'ala. How many sittings do we see all the time of Gaza, masajid, of khatams of the Quran? Even this year, so many masajid, tens and hundreds having memorized the Quran. They have only achieved this because of their connection to Allah Ta'ala, their deep faith that Allah Ta'ala will not let this ummah down. Even after a while, even if it takes 75 years. The Imam al-Shaheed, Sheikh Ahmad Yasin, rahmatullahi alayhi rahmatan wasi'ah. Allah Ta'ala join him with the shuhada and the salihin. From a wheelchair, prepared an ummah. Have you heard, like Sheikh Hassan used to mention often, Shaheed ayqadha ummatan. The blood of the martyr does not go in vain. The blood of the believer and the martyr, it's like a spring that brings forth life. And this is the fruits that we see today. That Shaheed from his wheelchair, but with a pure niyyah and with a few brothers, started a movement. They started like this in the masajid in the Gaza. And they started with it 16, 17, 18, 20s. And they thought, and the Sheikh said, let us go a step back and we start with the children of 8 and 9 and 10 years old to better prepare them. And those are those mujahideen and the abtal and the heroes and the ulama that we see there today. We say, Hani'an lakum. This is the start of the great victory. Shaykh Ahmad Yasin said, he takes it from the Quranic words that Allah says it takes 40 years for a generation to change. He said 1947, 1948 to 1987 was the generation that lost the sacred land. 1987 to 1927 was the generation of change. 2027, the days that we are living in now, is the generation of liberation. You and me and our children, we are part of the generation of liberation. As the Sheikh said, Dr. Abdullah Ma'ruf, the liberation is going to happen whether we want it or not. What we want to decide, are we going to watch it from the sidelines? Are you going to open CNN? Or are you going to be part of it? The dua that we've been saying for many months now, Allahumma rizukana salatan fi masjid al-aqsa wa huwa hurrun aziz. Now we are feeling it. Perhaps we felt it. It will be maybe in someone else's lifetime. But today when we say, Allahumma inna nas'aluka salatan fil masjid al-aqsa wa huwa hurrun aziz, we ask Allah to make it for me and you. We ask Allah to protect the mothers, the fathers, the grandfathers and the grandmothers in Gaza and in Palestine. We ask Allah to protect the children from the intense bombing happening as we speak. We ask Allah that we get maximum gains from this. We ask Allah that the liberation comes very soon. We ask Allah to grant, to return the karama, the dignity and the honor to this ummah. This, we should continue this, like Sheikh said, for many days now. We should not sit still in our Quran. We should not sit still in our istighfar. This is the time for us to act appropriately on our side. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.